John Launius he's a literal potions master. I mean, he's got like all professional. I could say he's like president of this core advertising group, and he's got very important titles. But I legit would be like potions master and only go as that. He is literally like, let me read this, a certified master. Like you can get certified for this. In the ancient Japanese tradition of Kodo, the way of incense, for over a decade. And he holds the rank of a komoto. That is a literal Japanese master of incense ceremony.
That's right.
That's a literal thing. See, he's the actual potions master.
Yeah, well, potions isn't exactly accurate. But
it's just a fun word.
Right.
Yeah. And John joins us now via Skype. John, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us again. So first off, that you had to go through like a whole thing to get certified in all of this. King keeps flicking the scent to me.
Yeah,
Tell me about this.
So real quick, when I was 9 years old, I started studying martial arts and world incense traditions. Then when I was 13, I trained under a certified master in the way of incense. It's called Kodo, for a period of 10 years. So I've been doing incense for over 40 years now.
You could run Bath and Body Works out of business, basically. Like you could totally do that.
Yeah, but you're talking about like getting rid of all these emotions and what have you. I mean, what you're really accessing, what you're talking about is the limbic system, which is that part of our body, a part of our brain that really controls the emotions. And so, we could be working on the hypothalamus, on the amygdala, on the thalamus, on the hippocampus, without getting into too big of words, right? But
it's there's like also you.
Yeah, well, so you were just having that experience with the frankincense. You're like, it smells good, and you started to relax, and you started to maybe have less kind of, negative thoughts or thoughts that are moving around that. Well, that's what I do for people internationally, celebrities, businesses, and individuals. But it's a way to center the mind and deal with all the chaos that we deal with every day, and especially in the world of politics. I don't know if you know anything about that.
So you're telling me that they need more of this on Twitter?
I think so. Oh, you know what? And by the way, when I was on your show last year, the amount of just hate that came at me when I was literally talking about gifts for baby Jesus. I mean, it was amazing to me.
They need more of Jesus's gifts. Because this, you smell the frankincense, and you're chill. I hate that you had to do that. Like you can't even tweet anymore because of these people. You literally, didn't you leave Twitter?
I did. Well, I mean, I still have an account, but I mean, it's like, it was just amazing to me. Like I'm on your show. We're having this wonderful conversation about the use of frankincense and myrrh. And it was amazing. Like just the amount of names I got called, names that have nothing to do. But then that's okay. That's okay. Listen, I'm a strong big boy. I can handle it. And I've got scent on my side. You know what I mean?
I love it. I got scent on my side. You just burned some of Jesus's gifts and you feel better. Why were those? We're talking to John Launius, who's literally like a master of this stuff. There's there's like a whole certification here. Why those specifically ended up being so popular and sort of like now forever a part of human history? The frankincense, the myrrh. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. Myrrh?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, you
that's
are.
Right.
Yeah, you're saying it right. So the research suggests that the wise men would have been Zoroastrian priests.
Yeah.
And they held a lot of the information around health and wellness. And so frankincense, for example, the Mayo Clinic and other very large medical organizations are beginning to really use frankincense to help the body with a number of things, lung issues, arthritis, et cetera. And so frankincense not only calms the mind, clears the mind, but it also helps. It's an antibacterial and antimicrobial. And so it's healthy. So with myrrh, same kind of thing, but you can actually you can eat myrrh, you can eat frankincense, and so it's a way to really have the body be cleansed inside and out in a very short explanation.
That's like brilliant. Can you burn too much of it? Or well, he's not, I should know. Cain's not burning it, and he keeps telling me that over and over again. He's like, I'm not burning it, Dana. More pollute? That's not a real word. Polluty?
Polluty. I like that.
Yeah.
So in short, it's like this, is that most incense in America is synthetic It's filled with a whole bunch of things that are not pure. Therefore, when you're burning that, you can get, indoor air pollution. But if you're warming all natural fragrances, there is benefit in the aromatic medicine as it languaged in one way. But by warming it, you're minimizing the amount of smoke and you're maximizing the fragrance and all the chemicals that come along with it that help, again, calm the mind, have us recenter within ourselves to be able to deal with the chaos of the world.
We're talking with John Launius, who's like an expert in, basically he could run all the Scentsy, the Bath and Body Works, all those people out of business. Because I just find this fascinating. So this, you made a very good point with the, I guess some of like the chemicals and stuff that they can put in some of the manufactured stuff. So you got to be like really picky about where you get your stuff from.
Yeah, there's only 3 companies that I currently use in the entire world.
Wow.
Yeah, and so these are things that I have vetted over the 40 years of teaching and training and leading groups. I mean, like we literally do this for corporations. We do this for individuals. We do this for people of note. And it's an incredible experience. It's called the Incense journey. And you're getting your own sense of it through Kane in the studio. But you'll notice that you don't have as much anxiety maybe as you normally do when you're in the presence of that. So imagine every day being able to really have more control over your mind to be able to then put the attention where you need to put it when you need to put it there.
Do you have to send like special people out to get this stuff? Because like some of this, I don't even know where you get some. Where does one get frankincense? Like where? It's not like, it's not like it grows wild and I don't even know. It's a tree, right? It's sap.
It is it, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So frankincense is a tree. If you imagine the continent of Africa and you drew a very thin line across the top of Africa, that is where frankincense grows, and it other places as well, but close to there. So what happens is that 3 times a year they actually cut into the tree, causing the sap to come out and then to dry. And then you're taking that off. And so frankincense is an autoimmune reaction to, danger with the tree or some kind of a damage. Same thing with myrrh. Yeah. Well, so let's look a little bit at the Egyptian tradition. So the Egyptians talked about frankincense as being sweat of the gods. So when you hold up frankincense, it looks like if you were to take sweat and then, amalgamate it into a resin. But the point is that it has connotations with the sun. It has connotations with a number of things, but because it elevates our consciousness, it literally focuses us in a way different from everything else. That's why it's been praised and used for thousands of years.
So this was like a really nice gift that these Zoroastrian priests brought Jesus. This was like like going to Neiman's and getting one of those big old fancy once in a lifetime gifts. Like what they brought him was like pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, at the time, frankincense would have been double in value of gold.
Oh my gosh. And they brought a lot. I mean, I don't remember exactly how much they brought, but they brought quite a bit. That's amazing. Double the value in gold. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, and just like we talked about last year, we also saw that frankincense and, well, actually myrrh specifically shows up at the crucifixion. So we have incense at the birth and the death of Jesus, which is very symbolic. And so the whole idea is that if we just take the night before the crucifixion, when Mary anointed the feet of Jesus with spikenard, very costly. Spikenard is another incense. In this case, it was an oil, but it will literally relax you deeper than anything else you've ever had. So what Mary was doing for Jesus and the disciples was to relax them and really to have them commune and be in the same space together the day before the crucifixion.
Wow, that is amazing. I did not know that. That is absolutely amazing. John Launius, who I'm afraid to give everybody your Twitter account now because people out there are such jerks. They need to burn more incense and chill out is what they need to do. I so appreciate you joining us on this. And I just think that's very cool. Where can people find you and like find your recommendations and stuff? What's a good place to go?
Yeah, so what I would do is I would go to Instagram. It's at Shihan_wellness. So
Okay.
Shihan_wellness. You can connect with me there. You can also send an email to shihanwellness@gmail.com. And then we'll go from there.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for doing this. And I want to add too that John also works with veterans, and he helps work with helps to manage their PTSD and all of that stuff. So you do a lot of great stuff for folks. So thank you so much for doing that and for joining us today. We'd love to have you back. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Dana. Thanks, Dana.
Merry
Have a
Christmas.
good holiday. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye.